Hey you! So today is the third day in 12 days of Power Rangers, where we talk about my favorite Power Ranger stuff and I talk a little bit more about it. So today is one of my favorite suits. Now, I have got to admit, out of all the suits that I've seen, definitely the Super Mega Force suits are by far my favorite ones. Obviously, after seeing Gokaiger, I fell in love with these suits. I think that they stand out. There is not one that is very similar to them. You know, they are unique in every single way. And obviously seeing them again in American footage, at points there were some really nice shots of the suits, all the promotional stuff that they did as well. Oh, it was absolutely perfect seeing them. Now, I know that Super Mega Force is not everyone's cup of tea. I know that it has a lot of love as well as a lot of hatred for it. But you've got to admit, the suits are absolutely cool. When looking at the suits, they remind me of pirates. You know, this is the attire that I would think of back in the day, but I also kind of would see a bit of navy inside them. But mainly I do see pirates. And even when it comes to the visors on the helmets as well, they're not the same. You know, each one has a different design. I think even if at some point, like the gold on the chest is slightly different for each ranger, I think. Don't quote me on that one. I just kind of see it slightly different on them. Even when the Silver Ranger came in with Orion, you know, his helmet was completely different. You had the bandana at the back and it wasn't the same as all the others. It wasn't just a generic, oh, let's just make a silver version of the Red Ranger, bring him in. This was a different costume for Orion. You know, for the Silver Ranger, it stood out even more. You know, you had the bandana, as I mentioned, at the back, but then also you kind of had this like anchor or something like that on top of the helmet as well. And that to me was perfect. I generally really liked this. I also really liked the way that they caught their keys. You know, it just wasn't something where they clicked their fingers and a ranger would appear. It was, no, we need to push the belt buckle, the button would turn around, boom, and then they were able to take the key and put it into the Mobiles, which again to me was actually kind of really cool because it was using like modern day technology combined with Power Ranger technology and stuff like that. And it was, you know, obviously you had the kind of cutlass, which would have been a skull and crossbones, but I'm guessing that they can put in that due to censorship and stuff. But also like looking at sort of the weapons as well, you know, they had the kind of the blasters that reminded me of back in that time. It was pistols. You know, it wasn't something like a machine gun or it wasn't a laser gun. It reminded me of the old school kind of pistols that you'd see back in that time. And even using the swords, which would be cutlasses, they all worked well and it really kind of brought together this whole pirate themed. I just really wish that they covered it properly over in like the story wise, not just power up modes, because I think these suits needed a complete 2 years or complete season to themselves, not just really half-assed like 22 episodes which they weren't always in. And you know, I really hated the fact that they didn't do that, and but that's gonna be a topic for another video. But I just loved the suit designs. They were bright and colorful. It wasn't just something like kind of dull, which I've seen some of the other Ranger costumes have. So one thing I also really loved about the weapons was Guy's weapon, or should we say Orion's weapon, which had 3 different modes. You know, first of all, it was a spear, it then turned into a gun, and then it was an axe as well. I thought that was really, really cool. And obviously for his ultimate weapon, when putting the kind of key into it and then either doing a Gokai bullet or throwing the spear, you know, they were all kind of really interesting. Even when they did the mega, like the final wave, you know, that again was putting the keys in and utilizing it, and it was really cool. With Orion having his super mode, his kind of battleizer, or his is basically just his armored mode, I did find it very interesting that you had all the 6 Rangers. Now, I did want them to kind of resculpt one part, take out one Ranger that wasn't in there, or that wasn't a 6 Ranger, and put the Titanium Ranger in for the English one. I think that would have been icing on the cake. I think it would have made it perfect for me. But for the fact where you saw the anchor go around him, kind of form it to utilize all the power of the 6 Rangers, I thought that was a very smart move, and not just something where it was just kind of wasted, where it may have just been a special key or something like that. But when you look at the suit designs all the way through the series as well, even when using Guy, when he goes, okay, we're going to combine RPM gold and silver together to make Go On Wings, or RPM Wings, whichever hybrid name that had, I can't remember. But it was the utilization of that which really kind of made the suit stand out even more. It was combining the two keys to say, hey, you know, we've made someone completely different. And even one that wasn't really used, I don't know, because I can't remember watching this at the Christmas episode if they did one, if they had Gokai Christmas in. But even that one, you know, combining red and green together, and then obviously having the helmet was completely different. I love that idea in the Sentai, and I can't remember if they didn't do it in the American one. If they did, let me know down below so I can actually check it out. If not, then again, wasted opportunity. But I found all the costumes and even the monster costumes as well on Super Megaforce really kind of detailed and really nice. I just really wish they added in Basco. That would have been perfect. And I think even the Japanese actor said that he would play Basco again, and he can speak English. How cool would that have been? Oh, such a massive waste of talent on that season, because you could have had so many cool things. We'll talk about that in a future episode. Oh, but still, carrying on, the suits were absolutely cool. I really liked them, and I thought that this was possibly the best Power Ranger style costumes or costumes in the entire franchise. So I'm going to leave it there. As you can tell, I'm really excited about talking about Gokaiger as well as Super Megaforce, but I'm going to leave it there because I think I pretty much covered all my points. Now, your questions of the day is, what do you think about this? Do you think I was right? Do you think I was wrong? Do you think the Super Megaforce suits are one of the best, or do you think that they're rubbish? I don't know why you would think they're rubbish. So if you do, let me know why you think they're rubbish. And also tell me what your favorite suit is and why. Let me know down below in the comments. And if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and consider subscribing. Why not click that notification bell? And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.